بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. You are welcome to academic writing class, class 4, and to those people who I didn't see during the normal classes in classrooms, I want I have to introduce myself to them. So my name is Naaser, and I've been teaching English as a foreign language in Libyan universities since 2004. In this term, I've been selected to teach academic writing. And as I said to those people who were there, who attended my class, academic writing is quite different aspect of writing, because it's recognized in academic situation or in academic situations. So it's not just to write out of or the classic writings that we have had in compositions وإلا في creative writing. This is quite different. Academic writing deals with the content of research or the content of papers, study papers, البحوث كيفية كتابة البحوث والتقارير والأشياء اللي recognized academically، اللي ما تكون معترف بها academically. زي ما قلت لكم it's different from our all the friends، الأصدقاء القدامى بتاع الإنشاء 1 وإنشاء 2 والكرياتيف رايتنج والكتابة الإبداعية وأنواع الكتابات الأخرى. because in those writings في الكتابات هذه اللي كنا ناخذ فيها في الإنشاء وكذا، things are usually originated out of one's own، ينتجها كنتوا يطلب منكم التعبير، الكتابة، تعبر عن شيء، تعبر عن نفسك، أو different stuff. لكن في الacademic writing it's some kind of collecting information from different sources and sit down and rewrite them by yourself. مختلفة شوي. وزي ما قلت لكم اللي تكتب بها البحوث والدراسات والأبحاث والتقارير different stuff اللي معترف بها academically. As I said in classrooms, I told you to feel free to contact me once you have any difficulty. عندكم أي مشاكل، أي صعوبة، don't hesitate. Just text me along or via messenger، عن طريق تطبيق الماسنجر، هذا الفيسبوك اللي أنا موجود في مجموعة اللغة الإنجليزية. I don't think that it's difficult for you to text me. أو you can also write to me، تكتبوا لي عن طريق الإيميل أو عن طريق الواتساب أو Viber، different stuff. So I think contact streams are there، الكونتاكت متوفر جدا. So let's start our class, and we will in this class we will talk about plagiarism, and you can find this in the sheet, and you can also get into websites and find more about plagiarism. So in this class we will discuss things related to definition for the term plagiarism, and we will try to seek different reasons or triggers that contribute to plagiarism, that makes people, or some of people actually, to indulge in plagiarism. Also in this class we will see the different degrees of plagiarism, because plagiarism is not only one form all the time and on all places or in all disciplines. There are different types of plagiarism, so we will discuss these types and see differences between those types. And lastly, we will end up with the techniques or strategies that help us to avoid plagiarism. So I think you can find more information in the sheet if you go through it, and once you don't like that sheet, also you can get into websites and Google actually and check what's there written about plagiarism, about our topic plagiarism, how people define it, and why people commit plagiarism, and the consequences also based on plagiarism, types or different types of plagiarism, and how to avoid plagiarism. So plagiarism in one way or another is forbidden. البلاجيرزم اللي هي السرقة العلمية أو السرقة الأدبية أو السرقة الفكرية يعني forbidden، ممنوعة في الكتابة الأكاديمية. يعني ادعاء pretending that someone else's ideas are yours is forbidden. يعني ادعاء بأن أفكار أو كتابات أو يعني بس تاخدها copy وبيست وتكتب عليها اسمك يعني forbidden. هذا very important point that you should understand. هذا اللي تفهموه إن هذا forbidden and it has consequences، عندها تداعيات repercussions، يعني يترتب عليها أشياء يعني to both sides، للplagiarist للسارق the one who is plagiarized، الشخص اللي سرق منه. يعني اللي يترتب عليها أشياء مش ليست مقبولة. It's not acceptable at all, and nobody can give excuse to anybody to commit or indulge in plagiarism. So this is very important, and hopefully you will not be in that place, you will not be in that situation. Do things out of your own, and later on in next class we will talk about techniques that help you to originate or to generate things or ideas, information out of your own. يعني النولج بالكامل عبارة عن يعني أفكار تنقل من إلى. يعني we don't expect that people just generate things newly، يعني بالشيء كل الناس يعني يطلعوا في أفكار جديدة من عندهم، لكن فيه مجموعة من الطرق اللي تبعدنا عن البلاجيرزم، عن السرقة العلمية. So these are the key points that we will discuss in this class, and hopefully things will be clear by the end of the class. So let's start with defining plagiarism. What's plagiarism? In simple words, plagiarism means using someone else's words or ideas without probably crediting the original author. So this is the definition of plagiarism. In its pure sense, plagiarism indicates that someone takes ideas or words or whatever intellectual products and pass them off as they are his or hers. That's plagiarism. So taking others' ideas or intellectual products is something bad. It's not acceptable. It's like stealing something from someone. So, but you need, or we need to credit, to acknowledge the sources that we use or that we consult in our papers. Sorry. Sometimes plagiarism involves deliberately stealing someone's work, but often it happens accidentally through carelessness or forgetfulness. But also these reasons can't be accepted. Carelessness or forgetfulness. Taking others' ideas or words or intellectual products sometimes happen consciously. I mean, the one means to take others' products, intellectual products. But also, for some people, it happens accidentally. I mean, it's not meant. It's not meant by, sometimes one just doesn't pay attention to what's there, or sometimes he or she forgets. But also, as I said earlier, these can't be accepted. I mean, in any way, if we consult any sources or any intellectual ideas or whatever, we have to credit, we have to acknowledge in text and also in references lists. So this is very important in academic situations, in academic context. Now, to answer the question, why do some people plagiarize? It's very easy, I suppose, to guess the reasons why people commit plagiarism. First, they don't want to work. This is a very obvious reason, or they don't want to spend time writing out of their own or producing out of their own, so that it's easy for them just to take a book or a magazine or newspaper or rushed into a website and takes whatever he wants and say goodbye. These are mine, and pass them off as they are his or hers. So the first reason why some people plagiarize is that doing works with minimal effort and almost no hard work. That means that one, for example, is lazy and he doesn't wish to work. So as I said, he can just take a book or a magazine or rush into a website and copy and paste and put his name and pretending that he is or he did that work. So the first reason again is laziness. Laziness. Some people are lazy and they don't want to spend time doing works. The second reason is lack of knowledge about the topic. When it happens that your teacher sometimes asks or anyone asks you to write something and you lack information about that thing, you don't have any idea about it, so just to go and select a book and take pieces or pieces from that book, from that whatever, because you don't know about the topic, because people sometimes lack information, intellectually lacked about about certain topics. Now suppose that someone just meets me, for example, and asks me to just to write about let's say something in pathology, علم الأمراض. I don't know anything about pathology. I don't know how it works. I don't know what's there. I don't know about theories of pathology. I don't know about pathologists. ما نعرفش لا الباثولوجي العلماء بتاعين علم الأمراض ولا الخبراء ولا نعرف أي شيء عن الباثولوجي. And when so because of this lack of information, I just go and rush into Google and what's pathology and what's there in pathology, what theories of pathology, whatever, and just copy and paste and submit these pieces of information and pretend ندعي ان هي they are mine. But this is the second reason of plagiarism. So again, why people plagiarize? People plagiarize because they don't want to work. They don't wish to work. They are lazy and they don't want to spend long time checking different sources and reading and having lots of readings and different stuff to prepare a piece of academic writing. So they plagiarize. And second, if they lack information about a topic, about certain topics, they also resort to plagiarism. Next, we will talk about types of plagiarism. Plagiarism is determined by certain degrees. Not all plagiarism is or are the same. Plagiarism or plagiarism is can be divided into degrees or can be categorized into certain degrees. Actually, there are three degrees of plagiarism. The first is substantial plagiarism, and this involves collecting large amounts of information and data, not from one but from many sources. The plagiarist then proceeds to edit all of them and join them all together as one piece of work. What does that mean? It means that plagiarist السارق الأدبي أو السارق الفكري consults different sources takes from this and from that, from this book and from that website and from this periodical, and different stuff. So he has or he ended up with lots or great deal of information and data, and then he just paste these pieces all together in the same format, in the same page, and submit them or pass them off as they are its or they are his or her own. So again, to make things clear for you, substantial المتكامل يعني ياخذ من كم من مصدر، ياخذ من كتاب هذا، من الكتاب هذا، من الكتاب هذا، من الجريدة، من المجلة، من ويب سايت، من الموقع الإلكتروني، من كذا، وتوفر عند الشخص مجموعة كبيرة من المعلومات. مثلا نقولوا 10 صفحات 10 pages. بعدها ياخذ هو في يعمل something like editing، إعادة التحرير، تحرير أو صياغة النص بشكل الفقرة هذه يخليها في الوسط، الفقرة الأولى يخليها في النهاية، الفقرة الثانية يخليها في يعاود هو الترتيب بس and it doesn't take long time anyway. ومن ثم يقدمها على أساس أنه هو أنجزها. هذا النوع الأول من البلاجيريزم. Second type of plagiarism or second degree of plagiarism is called minimal plagiarism, and this involves copying certain limited information from various sources but goes to great lengths to understand it and tries to put in his or her words. المينيمال بلاجيريزم عكس تقريبا إلى حد ما عكس النوع الأول السبستنشال. هذا take from various sources، ياخذ من sources متعددة، لكن ما ياخذش big or large pieces of information. لا، ياخذ محدد minimal، مجموعة من كل مصدر ياخذ فقرة، نص فقرة كذا، and then يعمل نوع من البارافريزنج، يعيد صياغة المادة هذه بكلماتها، وهذا يسموه المينيمال بلاجيريزم، السرقة الصغيرة. Last we have complete plagiarism, and this involves copying and pasting the whole paper and passing it off as one's own. وهذا الأسهل وهذا الشائع تقريبا، إن الباحث أو اللي بيكتب بس ياخذ البحث اللي متعلق أو منشور لشخص ثاني، ياخذه كما هو بكامل تفاصيله بكل شيء حواليه، ويحط اسمه بس، copy and paste بس، ويضيف الاسم أو اسمه هو، يحذف اسم الشخص اللي أنجز العمل بالفعل ويحط بدل منه اسمه. sometimes حتى بالتاريخ، حتى بالتفاصيل الصغيرة، لربما ينسى حتى إذا كان فيه إهداء إنه هو ياخذ حتى الإهداء مع بعض، يهدي حتى هو لنفس الشخص اللي بكامل التفاصيل. That's what I want to tell you. بكامل التفاصيل، ويقدمها على أساس إنه هو إنجاز. Just to go through these types of plagiarism again, there are 3 degrees of plagiarism. First, substantial plagiarism, and as I said, this involves large information, large amount of data, and then there is some kind of editing and join these pieces all together and pass them. Second is minimal plagiarism, and this involves copying certain limited. Now this is opposite to the first type of plagiarism. This includes, or these two include, limited information, limited data from various sources, but goes to do some kind of paraphrasing or without acknowledging the author or the authors. And last, we have complete plagiarism, and this is very famous. Take as it is and pass it as it is as well. ما تدير شيء، خذ حول اسم، حط اسمك and قدم. Now, how to avoid plagiarism? This is very important question. How to avoid plagiarism? البلاجيرزم أحيانا تكون غير مقصودة. في السلايد اللي ما قبل الفائت لما تكلمنا على reasons beyond committing or indulging in plagiarism, we said that sometimes it happened accidentally, I mean haphazardly, بالطريقة يعني غير مقصودة. هنا لأن ممكن يكون فيها carelessness، يعني ما كانش فيه اهتمام بالتوثيق، أو كان فيه نسيان. I read it but I can't recall information where or in any source I had it. I can't recall information. ما اقدرش نتذكر. I forgot. This happens. So to avoid plagiarism, there are certain tips or certain steps as to keep you away from indulging into plagiarism. First, you have to keep track to the sources that you consult in your research. When you write a paper or when you write a study, you have to keep track, be connected to the sources that you already consulted. أي source تاخذ منه أو يعني تقرأ أو يعني try to document it. حاول توثقه، يعني تكتب في مذكرة، تكتب في somewhere here or there, so that the note هذه will be يعني حتكون reminder for you, so you keep track of the sources that you consult in your research. Second, paraphrase or quote from your sources and add your own ideas. ممكن تعمل البارافريزنج، إعادة الصياغة، أو ممكن تاخذ direct quotation مباشر، تاخذ من المصدر بالكلمات، بنفس الكلمات، بنفس الجمل، بنفس العبارات، بكل شيء. بس في الحالة هذه you have to credit the original author. لازم تشير إلى المصدر. يعني for example you are busy writing paper on teaching English as a foreign language in Libya, for example, problems and obstacles and whatever. Once, for example, you consulted a book written about teaching English and written by, let's say, for example, Ahmed Omar. You have to credit that name twice, مرتين. in text، هذا يسموه in text في التكست اللي انت تكتبه، في النص اللي انت تكتبه. تقول أحمد عمر قال، أحمد عمر شرح شيء، أحمد عمر كان عارض فكرة أن يعني أي شيء، لكن بالضرورة يكون الاسم موجود in text ويكون موثق بالتاريخ. إذا كان quotation لازم يكون بالصفحة، برقم الصفحة يعني. وأيضا لازم يكون فيه نوع من السايتيشن in reference list. حتى في الريفرنس ليست في نهاية البحث متاعك ولا الورقة البحثية متاعك بتقدم ليست، قائمة بالمراجع. القائمة بالمراجع هذه لازم تحتوي أحمد عمر. يعني مش مثلا for example نقولوا أحمد عمر، لا أنا I just put it there in text I don't want to repeat it. مش لازم نكرره في الليست، no. وإلا تقول لا أنا I don't want to mention him in text but I will refer to him in the reference list. حتى هذا برضو غلط. twice be careful. twice لازم twice المرتين. إذا كان أنت درت consultation استشارة، يعني أخذت من مصدر ما سواء بطريقة البارافريزنج أو بطريقة الدايركت كوتيشن، إجباري it's obligatory to make citation in text. في التكست نفسه، في النص نفسه تذكر الاسم والتاريخ. وبرضو تجي في نهاية البحث وفي قائمة المراجع. في قائمة المراجع لازم تذكر الاسم والتاريخ. sorry. Last, use a plagiarism checker before you submit. هذا already on websites or sorry there are some apps تطبيقات أو برامج يسموها software خاصة plagiarism، خاصة بالسرقة العلمية أو السرقة الفكرية. السوفت ويرز هذوما ممكن يعني عندما تنتهي من إعداد البحث نتاعك أو الورقة نتاعك قد تحط هذه في البلاجيرزم تشيكر and then you will be or you will receive feedback. هتاخد feedback انك انت هذاك المكان هذا ما اشرتش اليه، هذا اشرت اليه، هذا ما اشرتش، هذا كذا. يعني يسموه تشيكر كمكتشف. السوفت ويرز هذوما مكتشفين للبلاجيرزم. So again, how to avoid the plagiarism: keep track of the sources you consult in your research, paraphrase or quote from your sources and add your own ideas. Next, credit the original author in an in-text citation and the reference list. And last, use plagiarism checker before you submit. قبل لا تقدم البحث ممكن هذا كان before السوفت ويرز هذوما كانوا يعملوا في بروف ريدينج. أو بير ريدينج، القراءة اللي تعطي يعني بعد ما تكمل تعطي لشخص يعني يكون أنت تعتقد أنه هو خبير في الموضوع اللي كتبت فيه، فهو يقرأ ومن ثم يكتشف إذا كان فيه أي سرقة علمية أو فيه يعني نقص في السايتيشن. بس الآن electronically it's available، متوفر وسهل جدا. يعني بس انت rush into any plagiarism checker and you will be informed about the plagiarism tips if you in يعني committed any. Now here we go. Study questions. I suggested some study questions or guiding questions for you to help you go back to your sheets and go back to sources, different sources, to find out or to establish some kind of answers to these questions. One reminder، تذكير بسيط جدا، ان الاسئله اللي حتكون في الفاينل اكزام ولا في الميد تيرم اكزام حتشمل will include these questions. يعني these questions will be included in the final exam and mid term exam, so pay attention to them please. خلوكم مهتمين بها الأسئلة هذه. يعني I think during the class, maybe last week when I was in classroom, some of the students asked me if there are any guiding questions at the end of the course, as I said to them that I will include, because the subject has been already changed from normal classes in classrooms into online classes, so I will include in each online class, I will include a number of questions and those questions will be included. So الأسئلة الاسترشادية هي عبارة عن مجموع الأسئلة هذه، لكل محاضرة حيكون فيها سؤالين 3 أو كذا. حيكون في نهاية مجموعة المحاضرات حيتوفر عندك كم، يعني حوالي 15 إلى 20 سؤال، وهذه الأسئلة اللي حيكون منها الفاينل اكزام والميد تيرم اكزام. ولكن في نفس الوقت أنا وضعتها هنا because it will help، أنا أعتقد أن هي will help you to or will guide you to read more about topics. يعني تساعدك انك انت تدرس المعلومات اللي موجودة في السلايدز، في الشرائح هذه، المعلومات اللي موجودة في الشيت اللي هي more detailed، أكثر تفصيل، أو ممكن إذا كان ما وجدتش يعني something understandable في السلايدز ولا في الشيت، you can just copy the question and put it into Google. الجوجل حيعطيك الإجابات المختلفة يعني different، وانت then you can choose the one you think is the best. So these questions are very important. Question number 1: define plagiarism. أعطي تعريف للبلاجيرزم. شنو هو البلاجيرزم؟ And that's I think it's an easy question. Before getting into number 2، إجابة السؤال الأول موجودة في الشيت بشكل واضح، وموجودة برضه في السلايدز هذه. في السلايد الأول اللي هو definitions of the term. Number 2: what are the various types of plagiarism؟ ما هي الأنواع المختلفة للبلاجيرزم؟ في الشيت مكتوب عندكم degrees of plagiarism، درجات السرقة العلمية. في السؤال هنا types، there is no difference، مش حيكون في اختلاف، يعني أنواع وإلا درجات البلاجيرزم يعني are synonyms. مرادفة لبعض. Question number 3. How to avoid plagiarism. ما هي التكنيكس اللي تستخدم للتخلص من أو لتفادي البلاجيرزم، لتفادي السرقة العلمية. شنو هي التكنيكس؟ شنو هي اللي يقوم بها الباحث، الأشياء التي يقوم بها الباحث so that he will not indulge or he will not be indulged in plagiarism. And last, number 4. Why do some people indulge in plagiarism? لماذا الناس أو بعض الناس يقعون في السرقة العلمية؟ I think during this class we talked about the main reasons that make people plagiarize. And also, if you want more details, you can go through the sheets and scan more reasons that make people plagiarize. I think this question will help you to go back to your sheets and to refresh information. المطلوب يعني دائما refreshment of information، يعني إعادة تحديث المعلومات, so that you will keep on track with the subject. And also, if you find difficulty, just text me. اكتبوا لي لو في يعني مشكلة معينة أو كذا، اكتب لي على طول. أنا السؤال هذا ما فهمتاش وما لقيتش الإجابة متاعه. أنا السؤال هذا غير واضح عندي. السؤال هذا ما فهم، يعني أي شيء تحتاج فيه لتوضيح just text me. End of the class. Now we came to the end of today's class, or this class, and I would like to express a sincere thanks for listening to me. Hopefully things were very clear for you, and once you have anything that you feel ambiguous or misunderstood, or my English was not clear for you, just feel free to text me, and hopefully things are easier for you now, because since you are doing distant classes. This is actually my first experience in teaching academic writing online, but I think we can keep on touch from both sides. I mean, I will send you some assignments from next class on, and also you can send me or text me any point or any problematic point that you feel to restrict your journey, I mean, in academic writing. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.